This is Kelso Sturgeon. Welcome to another session, another lesson at my College of Advanced Sports Handicapping. Going to talk about basketball today and what I look for when I begin the handicapping process each day. But before that, a couple of announcements I think are important. We're going to put far more emphasis on our videos on this website in the future, doing 3 or 4 different ones each week, but always covering the weekend completely. This video will run through Friday night. On Saturday morning there will be a new video up here covering all of the college basketball games of the day and all the handicapping information that you might need to successfully handicap them. Also, we'll cover the first 2 games of the NFL divisional playoffs. On Sunday, we'll be back here Sunday morning with complete coverage of the 2 NFL games, and one of them, by the way, will be my 200-unit NFL divisional game of the year. I intend to get the cash big time, and also make some comments today about college basketball. Also, I want to remind you that I put together many different packages for all players, regardless of your level of play. I don't care whether you bet $10 a game or $10,000 a game. I have a program just for you, and I'm winning in all these programs, as I'll explain here in just a minute. You can play by the day. You can play by the weekend. In some instances, you can play by the week. Every package is designed for specific needs and specific players. Investigate on my website all these different packages that I have, and whether you play by the day or the season, I've got something just for you. The price is right in all of them, and I do take all major credit cards. Now, I'm pleased to report that the winning continues in basketball. Last night got all the cash with another 100-unit play, a college basketball blowout, Indiana State over Bradley. That leaves me 7-1 in these games, all released over the past 2 months, and another one gets the job done on Saturday. But more immediately, tonight, releasing my 50-unit Pac-12 game of the year. There's 4 games: Arizona at Oregon, UCLA at Utah, USC at Colorado, and Arizona State at Oregon State. And one of these games is a 50-unit play. It's already posted on this website. You can get it right now for a fee of $50 charged to your major credit card. And let's get back to just how I've been doing in these games. You know, my Best Bets Club right now heads into tonight's games. I'm releasing 2 games in that service tonight. 20-6 with this last 26 games, and the winning continues. You know, handicapping college basketball is not a difficult task. It's just a tedious, time-consuming endeavor. But if you know what you're doing, you put in the time, you'll pick winners, just as I do. And I'm going to get a little background there in just a second. Just a reminder, on Friday night, releasing another winning 50-unit NBA game of the week. Got the cash last week with the Clippers over the Lakers. Narrowly, but I won it, and as they say in horse racing, it doesn't matter whether you win by a nose or by 10 links. We got the money. So it's to get back to this issue of handicapping basketball. People wonder, you know, like, what is the process? First of all, you know, you've got to allocate the time to do it. You can't just decide or to start handicapping an hour before the night's games or the day's games begin. That just doesn't work. Yes, you might get lucky and win, but you won't win consistently. So here's how the process that I go through. First of all, when the betting lines come out late in the afternoon on the following day's games, I begin the handicapping process. I'll run the lines myself and mark a few games that look like they might be of interest. No decisions made, just this is a game that might be of interest. For instance, on today's games, Thursday, I started handicapping as the lines came out yesterday. I'd already done what I was going to do for Wednesday. I can't do anything about that. I mean, I'm already in action. But I look ahead, and the handicapping begins, you know, 12 to 18 hours before the games are played, and I just don't. I think it's the worst thing that you can do is to start handicapping an hour before the games are played. I mark the lines, I think about the games, and then I go to what's known as the RPI index. You know, the NCAA has what they call the RPI index, which is their rating of just how good teams are. They rate 347 teams. Right now, Duke is the #1 ranked team, and rightfully so. And in that process, they also rank the strength of schedule. I feel that you've got to have some place to begin in handicapping basketball, and it begins with me, #1, with just a review of the betting lines, and then I go right to the RPI. I don't believe in the polls. I think the polls are at the top 2 or 3 teams are probably quite accurate. After that, you know, it's a crapshoot. I don't pay any attention to national polls. I pay attention to the RPI ratings, because #1, they do, as accurately as is possible, reflect the numerical value of a team, and most of all, let us know if a team is 10-1, whether it compiled that record against a schedule ranked 11th or 311th, and it does make a difference. So the RPI is something you should consult every single day. Forget about the national polls. You want to find the RPI ratings. They're listed in several places on the internet. Just Google RPI ratings and click, and you're going to be taken to or given the option of many different sites. Then after I write down the RPI ratings for teams that I'm interested in, I start the actual handicapping process. I want to know how a team has done on the road, regardless of whether it's playing on the road or at home. I just, because a team's record on the road tells you how good it is or how bad it is. A team that's 5-0 on the road has a tremendous edge over a team that's 0-5. I don't care what the competition was. Now, there are exceptions to every rule when it comes to using a team's road record to decide whether to bet on or against that team. Some teams, pressed for money, will play a very difficult road schedule, one that's almost impossible to win a game, just to get money into their program. So there's a lot of little things that you look at. Now, after that, I've got to this point here, I then go to each school's website. I download all the information I can about the team's season thus far, and the statistical data and all the facts that are related to tonight's game. And I do that for both teams in every game. Then I read and read and read. On an average day, if I'm going to use 5 or 6 games on an average day, I'll print out no less than 200 pages of data and information. And I study it all very religiously. And I guess the bottom line is what I said at the beginning of this video. It's not a difficult process. You can analyze these teams. You can look at them and pretty much figure, well, this team's a good play, or it's not a good play, or whatever. But it takes time to do it. I handicapped the Thursday card. It took me 9 hours to handicap the card. As I pointed out, it began yesterday. And it's the way it is every single day. The Saturday cards are almost impossible to handicap if you don't start when the betting lines come out the day before. So that's just basically how I do it. It works for me. As I said, 7-1 in my last 100-unit college blowout plays, winning in the NBA, being very selective where I go there. 20-6, my best bets club, with last 26 plays. Is all the result of spending the time to do the work. And if you don't have time to do the work, then I wish you'd give me the opportunity to serve you. Every service that I have is priced right. You could read about all of them on this website. I take all major credit cards. And once again, as I said, you can play by the day, you can play by the weekend. I have special packages put together. For instance, one that I'm offering this week is all the NFL games, including the 200-unit play on Sunday, right through the Super Bowl. My 100-unit college blowout game of the week on Saturday. 10 days of free basketball next week. A 100-unit play in the in the NFL Conference Championship games. It's all in a single package. And just go to the website or go to the service area on the website and study these different packages. You're going to find something that fits your needs and works for you. And as I've said, I have a program and a service for every player regardless of your level of play, and I can tell you that I've got happy customers because of that. A guy bets $10 needs one service, a guy bets $10,000 needs another, and I've have engineered all these services to fit these needs. Once again, I thank you for tuning in. I will be back here Saturday morning to analyze the Saturday basketball card and the NFL games on Saturday. Just remember, all services listed on this website, toll free at 1-800-755-2255. The price is right, and I do take all major credit cards.